Hi, today I would like to check if I can make my heatbed more flat. I'm medic 3D and I do a lot of 3D printing related stuff. Today I would like to check if I can use dial indicator to check my heatbed and then use a aluminium tape as a shim to make it more even. Now I have an impression that the corners of the heatbed are much lower than the center and I would like to remedy this. Hopefully it will work. First thing to do is to mount the dial indicator to the extruder, and I would like to do it by unscrewing this screw and using this mounting point. Okay, so the first problem is that the screw is too small. This is the first spacer or a shim, and this is not enough. And another shim, and that should be enough, hopefully. Yay! Okay, the dial indicator is mounted. Now I'm ready for testing, but first I will heat my heatbed to 60 degrees or so. Okay, so I'm ready to start testing. I will zero here. Now I can move the x-axis 0.7, 25 is 44, 81 is 20, 62, 38 is 40, 63, 51, 56, 63 again, 38. If you are curious, this is quite simple. One full rotation of the indicator is equal to 1 millimeter. So 10 means 1/10 of a millimeter. So I have all the basic measurements. As I was expecting, the highest point is in the middle. This is 62, and on the corners there are the lowest points. Now I can add aluminum tape on the corners and then check if it's better or not. Let's check it again. Hopefully it is a little bit better. Here is 0 again. I've reset the dial indicator. Now I can move the x-axis. And it is a little bit better. Now it's only 15. And here is -2, 13. There is a 32. Here is 19. Okay, as you can see, it will take a while. See you when I'm done.
A few moments later.
Okay, now I think I'm pretty much done because I couldn't get it any better, but I've changed my approach. I started by marking a center on the heatbed and setting the indicator to the 0 and then going all around it to make it faster. And first, obviously, you need to level the bed as much as possible and then add the piece of aluminum tape below. So let's check how it looks now. 0 is at the center. Let's go to the left side. This is 10 to the right. Let's go to the right side. This is the same, also 10. Now I can move y-axis all the way to the front. So this is also about 10. Let's move the x-axis all the way to the left. So there is a 0. There is also a 0. Let's move the y-axis. So there is a 5. Let's move the x-axis. And there is about 5. I'm quite pleased with the results. It wasn't too complicated. It took me about half an hour or so. Let's check if the 0 is still in the middle. 0 is about here, so it's more or less okay. This method is, for me, the easiest one to make the heatbed more or less flat, and with this printer there is no pinda probe. There are only the end stops here, and on the y-axis also. Difference between the center and the worst points on the heatbed is about 0.1 mm. The mission was quite a successful one. I think that the heatbed is as flat as possible. The method is pretty simple. You just need an aluminium tape and the indicator. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, because in the next video I will use zero grip and this flex plate to print without a heated bed. This is quite an interesting topic, so I will try with PLA, PETG and nylon. In the meantime, you can watch my other videos, they are right here, and see you next time. By the way, I can check my z-axis. Move the z-axis 1 mm up, so the indicator should be always on the 0.